Incoming voice call from Prudence Lee.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's going on? I saw something on your Instagram about breakdown to breakthrough or something. What's that all about? What's happening?
So, it's kind of interesting because, I mean, obviously I broke down when I heard the news, and I've been breaking down like all week. But those were like
Right.
mini breakdowns, and there's this expression that I heard that in order to have a breakthrough, sometimes you have to have a breakdown, and the craziest thing happened. So Saturday, when I posted that, so it started in the afternoon, and I just felt this really heaviness, and I was just like feeling sad. And you know, like when you're about to cry, how you like your throat feels tight.
Right.
So I felt like that, but it kept getting worse. And then around 5 o'clock, you know, like when you're coming down with the flu, like your joints hurt. Okay, so all my joints started hurting, and then it got to the point where, so like around 7, I literally took like 2 Tylenols, and it
Okay.
wasn't helping, and I was like, seriously, I was like in pain, and I knew I was about to have a complete emotional breakdown. And
Right.
so almost 2 hours after that, it was 8:50. I decided I had to go upstairs. I literally stopped halfway up the stairs for like 5 seconds, caught my breath, because it physically was hurting me just to be able to walk. Like my lower back, like I was wondering like, if my kidneys were failing. I have, but then I go, well, but then I thought to myself, well, I mean, like, you would probably have other signs if your kidneys are failing. I'm like, and I know that a lot of times if I'm like under too much stress, I carry that stress in my shoulders and in my lower back. So I'm like, no, it's got to be
Right.
stress. So I kissed Kendra goodnight and everything else and make sure she was okay. And then I went to bed, and then like
Right.
the major breakdown happened.
Okay.
Which that I will, if you want the details on that, I'll do it because you know we're filming right now. So that I'm not willing to share that
Right.
part, but I thought that you and I wanted us to talk about this now because I think it's just good for other people who are going through grief that, you know, you have to have that breakdown. You have to, it's okay to
You
cry.
too. Right.
And sometimes just
Yeah.
crying about it is not the breakdown. I thought I had I had 3 or 4. I mean, like, I remember the phone call came. It was at 12:15 that night on Monday night when the call came. And
Right.
I know, and obviously after I hung up the phone, you know, I had my, I mean, obviously I broke down and I cried, but
The
that was,
initial. Right.
yeah, but that was not the breakdown. And then there was
No.
several thereafter, but those two were not the breakdowns. This was
Right.
like, this one was the breakdown.
Right.
So,
And at the end of it, you feel like you came to a different place.
well, kind of. You know what? No, not entirely. Well, I took something, and so when I woke up the next morning, that's when I felt better. I actually slept for the
Okay.
first time through the night that night
Oh wow, that's huge. Yeah.
because I have not been sleeping. I keep waking up in the middle of the night. I keep having these weird dreams where I have this feeling. You know, like, you ever have the feeling like, oh, I need to make a phone call?
Right.
Oh, I need to call someone, or, you know, like that. I have that feeling, and obviously I can't make that call anymore because, you know.
Right.
And so it's just been weird, and so it's been hard in that respect. But I have been. I mean, after that happened, I felt better, and I don't know if it happened on Saturday, because that's the day that I've completed. I know no one's gonna believe it, but I had finished putting together the service and the celebration of life and everything on Saturday.
Well, I believed that you were gonna get it done.
Yeah.
For sure.
I know. You were the one believer. Everyone was all like, oh, you can't do it that soon. I'm like, hold my beer.
I feel like you got it done before Saturday, though.
Well, not necessarily, because there were the flowers. I bought the flowers. The flowers were the last things that I did, and I didn't do
Okay.
that till Saturday. So that was. I mean, I could have done it on Friday, but I really wanted to
Right.
make sure that I had Kendra's input, And Kendra
Right.
stayed home Friday, but it was not. Friday was
It's not the day.
not a day for us to talk about it. We'll leave
Right.
that like that.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And then your body had that release and you were able to sleep.
Yes,
Huge.
it is. And I'm ready to move on, and I'm ready to. My body is ready to have other releases this evening, if you know what I mean.
Are we still recording?
Yeah,
I'm just checking.
yeah. This will get a lot of views on YouTube, I assure you.
I was like, I didn't know if we could go there. I was kind of holding
Just,
back.
yeah, I mean, we just can't do names out of respect for other parties. Yeah, you gave your
For sure.
consent, which is crazy. And everyone knows because and we know that when it calls, does your phone say the name of the person who's calling, or does it just ring?
It says the name of the person that's calling.
Yeah. So that's how this scene started. Call from, yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
But filming this conversation, my main purpose and goal for it was just to, I think that the message behind it really is I want people to understand that grieving is okay. It is okay to grieve, and that if you are suffering or going through major grief, that it comes in different shapes and stuff, and it may not be what you think it was, because I literally thought I had my breakdown a couple times until it hit me,
Right.
and I was
But
like,
I would also. Go ahead.
oh no, I mean, and literally I was bedridden.
Right. I would also add that grief is something that gets it's not understood very well, and it's a process that you don't just, okay, well, I'm done with that and wipe your hands of it. It's a long process. It's the first year of remembrances and all of that, and giving yourself permission to not be fine in a week or two or a month, to change and grow with it, because it's not as simple as one and done.
Right. And this is going to be hard. This will be hard because, my mom was always a huge part of our Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Right.
And so
That's why I mean, like that.
Yeah.
Those first holidays are so hard. Yeah.
Yeah. And she was always the first person to call me at 7:20 a.m., which was the time. She called me every year at 7:20 a.m. on my birthday, because that's the hour. That's the time I was born.
Right.
Like, she never missed.
For some reason, I saw a thing about birthdays recently, and it was saying that yours was on the list of worst days to have a birthday. It's like, oh.
Well,
oh no.
Well,
I mean, I do know what the day is. But.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, not only is it that day, but it's also, I mean, it's been not the best. I mean, last year, I was supposed to have this big birthday thing, and then that fell through. And so then someone tried to come to the rescue and threw a wonderful birthday thing, but I gave everyone who was there, I gave COVID to.